Launching the action out of Wallara Sailing Club this week.
Euro.
You're seeing Tech 2 keeping a close eye on Euroflex. It hasn't been their day, and they do have a crew change. Connor Nicholas jumping on board for the injured Harry Miguel.
Oh, he tweaked his knee.
Change your undies, eh? Get the around now.
I don't think anyone will get up to us here at the moment.
So it'll be interesting to see who's going to go down to the pin end and try and claim that end of the line again. We've seen Phil try and achieve that in the past 2 starts, and he's got it on one of them. So interesting to see if he goes for that tactic again.
CJ taking our lured gap.
Final position for the last race of today.
One, final approach, 30 seconds.
And pavement hasn't been their day. And Euroflex with 2/3 so far. They'd probably take that. It does keep them in the lead.
Ready to go, boys? Going on 10. Go. Let's go, racing here. Let's go, racing. 40 metres, can't get there. Let's go.
Final accelerations here, full speed to the gun.
What a great picture that is. 6 Superfoilers, the Sydney Harbour Bridge in full stretch.
There you go, and a great slingshot start from Euroflex, but just dipping the windward hull in just after the gun, and looks like Paul Campbell-James and ID has really punched in the middle of the line.
Going for a high mode all the time. Bad traffic here, so high mode.
And pretty cool to see ID has won the start. They've got the left position here and they're in a nice high lane and sailing fast. They've just poked out in front, a little bit bow forward of Tech 2 and Euroflex.
This is amazing stuff. Team ID definitely getting the best of that start, and nothing in it between Tech 2 and Euroflex.
Jimmy, nothing in it between anyone at the moment. It's almost a blanket start here.
Okay, going for a rip in our boys.
There is some outgoing tide on the course, so you can see the waves building up. It's quite choppy out on the racetrack.
It's amazing to see these boats going upwind next to these classic and cruising yachts, just like they're standing still.
Okay.
It's a speed game out to the left-hand side where there seems to be more pressure on the course. So record points, the most left boat, followed by ID, then Tech 2 and Euroflex. Once you get your bow forward, you transition to sail a higher mode so that you can try and work up to be able to tack.
Is that, mate? Yep. We should be able to hang to lay.
What a moment this is for the 20-year-old from Perth.
Pattern the lay will be good. Yeah, copy.
So Phil Robertson's tacking here. He's going to come back without any right, so he's got to duck and weave back through the boats. Interesting to see if some boats tack on him and try and give him bad air as they sail back across the course.
Record point coming back on port, so the rest of the fleet have got to make a decision whether they're going to tack underneath or continue onto his line. So Pavement opting to tack underneath, but Record point, so much speed, sending it through.
Hit the trap and then go board up. Uncleat it. Uncleat it.
A baptism of fire for Connor Nicholas, still getting some tips and pointers as they race on, and Euroflex are in 4th position, 3rd, 4th at the moment in a really close battle as it's Team ID with some clean air at the front. Paul Campbell-James relishing his Sydney Harbour skirmish.
Jib in, have you got it? Jib in board.
Euroflex right in the sandwich there. Record point trying to pinch up underneath Euroflex. Tech 2, Luke Parkinson trying to just foot down over the top.
Tess, I can't remember any racing as close as that. Look, you can see just how close our top 5 Superfoilers are at the moment. It's crazy.
This is what we've been waiting for all year. All the teams on a level playing field, all the skill level right up high, and nothing in it between the teams.
What are we thinking?
ID's in a nice tactical position here. They can tack towards the top marks on starboard and have right of way coming back to the group. They're sailing quick here, and it's nice to see them with good pace. Ed Powy's on the bow, Fang Warren on the main. CJ, they're great sailors, and they've got this boat going. You can see the top marks coming to frame there, the top gate. There looks to be a lot more pressure on that left-hand side of the course.
Yeah, it looks like there could be a big storm building, and then as we look north, clear blue skies. So interesting to see how long this race takes. And Phil Robertson on Record point, I think, might have snuck through. And he's going to take the right turn off Tech 2 here.
Well, no one at Nielsen Park will know a big storm is coming. What they will know is the Superfoilers are coming, and they're doing so really quickly. A nice little tangle with Record point and Tech 2.
Both teams pushing to get on the foil, and Tech 2 wants to jibe early, and I imagine Phil Robertson will cover as soon as they turn.
Record Point and Tech 2 did well, only doing one tack on that upwind.
Hold on. Good, Gus. Stand by. 3, 2, 1. Driving.
Super fast leg that opener, 3.5 minutes. They were absolutely screeching.
Right, we're good here. Board up, please, Will.
Sorry, mate.
And big weight up. Big trims. Here we go, guys. Yeah, weight in, Will. Big one, big one. Don't worry about it. Here we go.
Okay, Trev up. Nice and slow with it.
And ID down the far side of the track, you see them in the top left of your screen. They're doing really well. They might have taken some meters out from the top mark.
Hold the weight in. Hold the weight in.
Jimmy's exactly right. The ID's gone around the left gate and there's cooking down that side of the course. I think what's happening here is that storm cell's dragging the breeze left, favouring that side of the harbour again. And CJ's read that nicely. I think Tech 2's still holding the lead, but he certainly made some good gains there.
Jack McCartney, so hard to tell exactly what's going on there as it's all unfolding on the water.
Cool. Lovely.
And Pavement, they've been quiet today, Steve Thomas and company, but they're back in this fight, skirmishing at the moment with Euroflex.
Yeah, I know. Let's go board. Stand by. 3. Driving and hang on, fast cat, you're right.
Test Tech 2 yet again leading the way.
Yeah, we're on starboard.
You've got to plan really early on how you're going to come into the bottom gate.
ID just crossing Euroflex there at the top of your screen. Closing speeds of 40, 50 knots there as the boats come together.
Nice. Okay, here we go. Round you go.
Well, Euroflex are now in second position. They trail Tech 2.
Get her up.
Trying to make sense of this one is difficult. It's so very close out
Big
there.
trim. Bad waves, keep the trim on. Do not ease. And ease now. Hold trim.
You can see the mode changes when the pressure builds.
Out a little.
Yep, out. Yeah, happy for you to go out, mate. That's it. Taking off.
An ID with a speed build now, Jimmy.
ID getting absolutely carted there, right over the top of Euroflex and over the top of Tech 2, so they're into the lead now, 28.5 knots.
On board ID, this is the first time we've seen 2 crew trapeze on the downwind, so both main sheet, Fang and the bowman are both trapping with that windward board up, so 3-point foiling, and you can see how quick that boat's going.
And how slippery it is there as well. Fang Warren finding it hard work out there. He's a top athlete doing really well to scramble through there.
Stand by, board down, please. I think we can make it. Yeah, board down.
Maybe not well enough because here come Tech 2.
This is unbelievable racing, 65 metres between the top 3 boats here as they all cross jibes.
It's all about getting the boat position, which can then give you the biggest runway to gain speed.
Still here, mate. Still got good pressure. Where are you going? Still good pressure here. Still good pressure. Not at lay. Another 20.
2. Okay. 3.
Driving now.
2. 1. Driving.
Our leaders pointing at the Royal Prince Edward Yacht Club, getting ready for the big hook back up. Oh, Nelly, are they going to have enough room?
Protest! Come on, guys.
Tech 2 had starboard rights over
Big swings,
Euroflex.
big swings. Board up, board up.
Keep the boards down.
Penalty Euroflex.
And going back.
I wonder if Luke Parkinson's come on guys was aimed at Euroflex or the umpires.
Almost.
Euroflex penalty complete. Euroflex penalty complete.
Okay. Yeah, let's get a bit of pace.
Just got to regroup and get the teamwork back together to keep racing.
Such a costly and unnecessary mistake from Euroflex.
Yeah, we're going to flip-flop drive, okay?
They were in the lead and that could really
Stand by
cost them
driving.
now.
2, 1, cross sides, Will. I need...
Boy, run!
Stand by driving.
Round the outside.
Tech 2 have got inside rights and they want to do the left turn. There's more pressure out on the left. There has been all day.
There's certainly plenty of pressure there as well. Another close call.
And ID will be happy going out to that right-hand side of the track on their own, not being caught up in this battle between these three boats.
Jimmy, it's more like 4. We've got the top 4 within 7 seconds of each other. Who is going to reign supreme on Sydney Harbour? Nothing between our top 4 Superfoilers. You can see just how close it is at the moment.
Talk to me.
And this is the closest we've seen these boats racing. They've got to raise the limit, push the boats even harder. Now the fleet's so close together.
So the ID took the left gate there. That was a nice little move. I saw them working on their foils in between races, so it looks like they've got a little bit more stability out of the foils for this race. So I'm hoping that the ID can come out of this little split nicely.
Well, at the moment, it's Euroflex and Tech 2 tangling meters in it.
Yeah, this is really tight racing, and Phil Robertson just getting pinched out there. He's in a tough spot and going to tack out.
This breeze line's converged on the left. The further you can get into it, the better it looks like it'll be.
And here we see Tech 2 has Euroflex pinned, so they couldn't tack until Tech 2 did. So now the track's going to be opened up, and hopefully they're laying this middle gate.
Well, it is wide open at the moment, Jimmy. Euroflex out in front, and it's going to be a debut to remember for Connor Nicholas. Amazing stuff to think you're in the lead in your first ever race.
Lovely. Copy that.
Talking about the modes they're going to sail, when they're going to go lower and put the bow down, build speed, get power in the boat, get lift, and get it going.
Tess, it's been a top day for Tech 2. Without their ever-reliable Sam Newton, they're still performing. And what a backdrop to do some of your best work against. Sydney Harbour sparkling for now, but one feels there's a storm coming. Will it be ID being able to slice back through and taking the lead, or will Tech 2, Record Point and Euroflex continue to hold on?
And the fleet's there converging through that middle gate on the upwind for the second time.
Oh, that's next level.
And Tech 2 giggling like a gaggle of schoolgirls at the moment. They're loving it out there, and they're just managing to keep Record Point at bay. What's not to love?
Yeah. Jump outboard.
One needs attack. Setting up. Go forward.
There's a lot in your boat speed,
Go,
picking
mate.
the right tactical position and picking the wind shifts, especially as they converge into the top.
Sorry. 2, 1, turning.
You'd expect the boats to set up to round that left mark where we know there's more breeze so they can get that run on the downwind. These guys, Nick, could be getting pretty tired this late in the day as well. This is the third race. So many tacks, so many manoeuvres they've done throughout the day. The pressure's on for the skipper to keep it smart.
Tess, I am done. Put a fork in me. It's tiring just watching, and these guys still powering on, surging forward. Remember, the Express Superfoiler Grand Final is a double points regatta, so it's very much all to play for. They'll leave nothing left to wonder. No curiosities out there. They'll throw everything they possibly can at it.
Speed here, please, ease. Really slow. That was really slow. I know, you just got to look at well. You don't recover on the trap.
The more fatigued you get, the more accurate you've got to be with your trim. You can't afford to make mistakes. You want to keep the rhythm in the boat nice and smooth, and you can see that tide ripping into the harbour.
Yes, it certainly is ripping. Tess as Record Point rips past Euroflex. Advantage, the Kiwi missile.
Okay, anytime.
And not only have Record Point just clipped past Euroflex, they've also got Tech 2 in their sights as well. What a speed build.
No, just get the board up. You'll have to add lift.
Sometimes there's too much pressure sucking down on the board. You've got to put lift into it to take the load out, to be able to pull it up.
What a nice drag race this is. Tech 2 and Record Point, they've had a win each. And this will be deciding who gets the chockies for day 2 in Sydney.
Right turn again.
So providing Tech 2 can make the mark here, they'll be in full speed mode. This is their last approach into the top gate. Record Point also in speed mode. They are going as fast as they can.
Looks like Phil won't lay. He's going to have to tack and go left, and maybe Luke Parkinson can lay that right-hand mark and get ahead here.
So much strategy and tactics coming into the race right now, and as you've already mentioned, Tess, fatigue's creeping in as well. This is really on the edge.
So we're going to see a big split on this last downwind.
Stand by, bear away. 3, 2, 1, pulling
There we
trigger.
go, Tech 2 with the right-hand turn.
Stand by,
Record
four,
Point
four,
going to go
four.
left.
Trevor,
We've got lasers, we've got to drive.
copy. Board down, please, Will.
We're going past them?
Yes, we're going past.
Stand by the trouble here.
It's too high risk for Tech 2 to
we go.
continue. They need to jive
Stay on
and
that trouble,
consolidate their lead.
Bring it up. Yeah, no rush.
And for Euroflex, not their best leg. They're still coming to terms with new personnel on board. And it seems it's only getting worse. Glenn Ashby spearing round the front.
I got mine. East trap for him. Sorry, Glenny. Let's get the board down and just get out
These
of here.
boats are on the knife edge. They need to finish this day off with a third place and just keep their regatta intact, you know.
Okay,
They
here we go.
can do the damage control now, and then they can sort it out tomorrow and really let it rip, but they're struggling here at the moment.
But still, we've got 4 Superfoilers in contention. Tech 2, Record Point, Euroflex,
Copy that.
and ID all in the hunt at the moment.
Little ease. Ease. That's it.
These guys are right on the edge of having control, so that communication between the sail trim and the angle the skipper's steering is so critical. You don't want to let the pitch of the boat, the fore and aft movement, if that bow digs in too much, you lose control.
Well, everyone's digging in. This is the main course, the big final dish of the day, and it's Tech 2 leading the way.
Yeah.
Tech 2's leading the way at the moment, but there really is nothing in it with Record Point stalking her tail.
2, 1, driving.
This is unbelievable pictures here. One mistake at 30 knots, it'll be about 200 metres gone.
The pressure's on. These guys want this win so badly.
Oh, I got... Ease, big eases. I know. Mate, trims, big trims, here we go. I'm just talking to myself too, mate.
First sign of madness, they say, talking to yourself, and he'd be mad, Luke Parkinson, that he's just let Record Point through, and they're building a handy lead right now. Record Point has got a win today. They'll be looking for numero 2 here, and they're getting close to exactly that, Tess.
Yeah, Nick, it's so important to stay in the moment. You've got to keep yourself focused, keep yourself turned on, keep your concentration up. These guys have been racing for hours now, and this is the final bottom mark rounding into the final leg of the race.
On this, the final regatta of our season so far, where the first ever champion will be crowned.
Driving around orange mark.
No, we probably go all the way to them.
Wait out, yep, wait out.
In between them.
Yep. Stand by drive.
Yep.
Yep. Stand by drive. 3, 2, 1. Driving.
And this should be their final jibe into the bottom lay line for the final time.
They can hear the music.
Yep.
This is their encore.
Come on, mate, go. 4 point. You've got to add rate, Neil. Sorry, mate. Hard one. 4 point, driving right.
Phil
turn.
doing an amazing job here, calling for 4-point foiling. He wants that right turn at the bottom. He needs to lay the bottom gate. Tech 2 doing the same, trying to lay in the bottom gate with a lower mode in the 4-point foiling.
Ideally right. Let's do one here.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
2, 1. Driving, guys. Nice.
Phil, he's going to be gone here. This is on to the last leg, going to the finish here. So Phil's got the side he wants, and Tech 2 has to follow.
Hang on, take off. Stand by drive. 2, 1. Driving. straight in a board up.
Well, Tech 2's already caused Record Point to slip on a banana skin today. Maybe there's another one.
I'm gonna stay in for the roundup.
Lurking on the racetrack. Don't write the red flyer off. They've caused many an upset before, and they'll do it again. 20 seconds the gap.
That's it. Okay, be ready to spill it when we turn up. Okay, I'm coming out. Another one.
And what a baptism as he's covered in water there, Connor Nicholas. Amazing stuff for him. His DEXA body scan reveals that he's about the same in terms of power of the man he's replaced. But I tell you what, he'll be 7 foot tall by the end of the day.
It's all on Phil now. This is his race to lose. He's just got to keep the foot down and keep it clean all the way to the finish.
Oh, and you've cursed him there, Jimmy. He's just touched down. Maybe this is the opportunity Tech 2 needed to steam past again. And they're coming for them.
Okay, we're going his line. Little speed build, please. Okay, stand by board down anytime.
It's all about keeping your strategy simple on the final upwind, minimising your tacks, keeping your boat speed high.
One, turning.
Lowering your risk. Record Point have got a lead, so they need to just take it easy. Keep the boat tracking. They should be on their final run to the finish here.
Big swings.
And they're lined up and looking at each other, staring at each other, whispering sweet nothings.
Here we go.
And Record Point very close to the finish.
And there's the left-hand end of the line in the middle of your screen.
Nice lad, sorry, I don't know.
Record Point laying through nicely. They're going to be straight through the finish here, taking out this race.
And Phil Robertson, he's the rocket man, the cool-headed Kiwi with 2 wins from 3 today. And the man in his stern is also doing superbly, especially as he's going to close in and take second ahead of Euroflex yet again.
Indies. Oh.
Gotta be happy with that.
I tell you what, he's not the tallest man in stature, but he's been a giant out there today, Phil Robertson.
Smart race, that one. Really good race. I was all happy with that. That's real happy. Nice, guys.
And Tech 2 won't need a massage tonight.
Yeah, that's the crucial point, isn't it? You know, getting as many points between them and Euroflex is their main concern right now.
Because they've had plenty of pats on the back already. And look at this. This is kung fu grip there from Connor. An interesting position there. I'm not sure if we can say if he's on the string there. Can we?
Oh, solid performance. You know, they've really minimised the damage. They've had consistent top 3 results, so they should be pretty happy with that.
They've stemmed the bleeding. They'll be ready to attack tomorrow when it's all to play for.
And an unbelievable effort from Connor Nicholas, thrown in the deep end on that race. So tough, 17, 18 knots on the SuperFoiler, bring it home in 3rd. That's an unreal effort from him.
He'll 100% be popping that on his resume. So too, Phil Robertson. What a day it's been for him. Jack McCartney is with the guys who've had a really tough day at the office.
Nate, very tough day, that one. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was your typical day in Sydney Harbour. Good 20 knots, bit of a run out tide, and everyone wanted to come out and watch us sail. So, you know, we got 3 threes and keeps us in the game tomorrow, but, well, it was pretty tough.
How did young Connor fare in the last race?
Yeah, Connor did bloody well. I only called him 2 days ago and said, hey, can you come and drive our chase boat? And he's like, oh, I really want to see these SuperFoilers up close, and I think he got a bit more than he bargained for.
Well, Nate, well done today. That was tough, but great stuff, and good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. Cheers.
The ticker of a champion, Euroflex, doing well today. Record Point the standout, though, with 2 wins, including scooping race 6. Tech 2 finishing 2nd there, ahead of Euroflex, their main rival for the Ben Lexon Trophy. So that was a crucial result for Luke Parkinson and co. They're on top of 6 races in Sydney, 29 points, 4 ahead of the series frontrunner Euroflex, and at 5 points ahead of Record Point in 3rd. It really is all to play for in the final day of racing. Double points. That's coming up on Sydney Harbour tomorrow. On behalf of Tessa, Jack, Jimmy and myself, thanks for your company. Expect fireworks when we meet here tomorrow. Bye for now.
Yeah, good.